He's been called the Lion, the Queen of Dan Quinn's chessboard, and he's the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. The one and only Dallas Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons joins the show, so we appreciate you being on with us. So, Micah, you are here with us on behalf of the release for Madden 23, which comes out August 19th. I know you're a big-time Madden player. For Twitter trolls and even gamers alike, what makes Madden 23 new and different?
I would say the zone coverage is way better. The zones, they don't dumb out as much. Way better defensively. Just as a defensive player, some things in Madden 22 you would get really mad about, but I think they really increased the defense this year. And honestly, the field sense, be able to put the ball where you want, maybe be able to make the back shoulder throws, stuff that you see in real life, you'll be able to do in the game. And I think that's the cool part about it this year.
So you were an 88 overall last year. What do you feel like you deserve this year?
I'm shooting for a 99 this year. Has to be. That's been like the goal. I always imagine myself getting the gold necklace, the gold cleats, things like that. But it's gonna be a long road to get there. But hopefully, high 90s, 99s by the end of this year.
So if I'm playing with the Cowboys defense, how do I best utilize you? Are you more an edge, linebacker? Where should you be put at?
See, that's the thing about the new Madden, which I'm excited about. They got the blitzes way better in the game, so I'll be able to blitz off the edge. Depends how you want to do your play style. If you want to run more of a dime system and use more DBs, you can put me at the end. But if you're more of a nickel person and want to stay at nickel and things like that, you keep me at linebacker and blitz me and stuff like that.
There you go. All right. From the virtual field to the actual field, you did have such a special rookie season. I'm sure you're going to be working on a lot of stuff this offseason, but in particular, what are you honing in on this upcoming season as things you're really working on?
I would just say the thing that I really want to work on is just, I want to play comfortable and play like I don't want to feel stressed or, I just want to recognize things. So really my film study and really just understanding my role in the defense and learning how to expand my role as we keep going along in the season as much as I know they're going to put on me to just understand those roles and just slow the game down for me just so I could just keep playing fast without having that stress. So that's kind of like the main thing I've been focused on this offseason.
I mentioned it before, but you're basically like Dan Quinn's queen chess piece, how much he moves you around the field. But has your relationship with him at all changed from your rookie season to now?
I would say yes and no. Like I feel like Dan put a high expectation on me coming in, and I understood what he wanted to put on me, and and I think this offseason, he kind of didn't treat me like the rookie no more. He was kind of coming in like, hey, I know what you can do. If I'd have known this last year, what you could do, I would have used you completely differently. So, we just have a way more mature relationship. We kind of send videos to each other about, different, like maybe boxing, basketball players, Kobe videos, Steph Curry videos, just different things about how to become not just a really good football player, but becoming like, as we would say, a cleaner closer that the book Unstoppable and things like that. Just be a whole player, not just you specifically, but becoming better for the team and things like that. So it's been a really great growing relationship.
What's been your favorite video he sent you this offseason? He has to have sent you some funny ones.
Yeah, I think I actually sent him this video, and this is like the one that we understood the same. It was the Kobe Bryant video Muse, and it was like when he was coming off of like when he was going through all that stuff off the court that year with the issues or whatever, and he was like, you know what, F all that. Like, you guys will feel my wrath. Like, he's like, it's not your fault. It's me. Like, I'm the reason why we're going to be great. I'm the reason why we're going to get through this thing. And I'm the reason, like, and I like, when I sent it to him, I was like, man, like, there's all this stuff off the field, all these things that we always have to worry about. But I feel like I'm going to be the reason why, like, we win. Like, I want to be that guy, for you. And, Steve Kerr's his guy. So when they won the championship and I saw Steve Kerr, I was like, man, I want this for us. You see how happy Steve Kerr and Steph, like, you see how close they are. I want this for us. And I can't wait to get it. So, that's just the type of relationship we got.
I'm sure hyped him up too. Getting that.
He'll call me and text me while he's in Hawaii and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Hawaii. If you need me, just shoot me a call. I was like, all right.
Word, coach. Nice. Well, so week one, you go against Tom Brady. How different of a player are you going into this week one compared to last year's week one?
I would just say last year I was just a fish in the water. You know, I didn't really I was still growing so much mentally and as a player. And, you know, I think when you're a rookie and you're first getting in the league, you're trying to see if you belong or not. And I think I kind of know where I want to be and where I'm at in this league. And I believe in myself and my confidence. And I just got to go out there in week one and show that I can be better than last year.
Obviously, you guys this year without Randy Gregory. I know you brought in Dante Fowler and Sam Williams, but how would you currently assess the Cowboys pass rush?
I will honestly say that we're better, just, you know, as a whole unit. The way we've been able to play this year, even, you know, Zach and Tyron has came up to us like, hey, you guys are doing way better than you guys were last year at this point. So, I mean, I think if we keep growing, we're going to produce a lot more turnovers than we did last year, and we're going to be a way better team.
We all know you, Diggs, Tank, but who's a guy that you think is really going to make waves this upcoming season on defense?
I think Van Der Esch is going to make a big jump. You know, I think he's going to be really good for us this year. There's actually been a couple rookie guys that really popped out to me that I was like, oh wow, like I
Gotta watch
think
out for them.
yeah, the DBs Bland and Bell has really stood out so far throughout OTAs and things like that. Newcomers onto the team. I think Dante too. You know,
Oh,
Dante and Nev Gallimore too. The way he's really trying to increase his pass rush this year, coming in to OTAs, I thought, you know, they were looking very unblockable, and they bring different type of things that attribute and complement us throughout the game. So I thought it was real cool.
I know this is going to be your second year with Diggs at cornerback, and both of you guys were all pro last season. But it does feel like Diggs gets really criticized on Twitter for his aggressive style of play. So could you just kind of explain or speak to what makes him such a special player for you guys?
Yeah, I love Diggs because he a dog, and dogs understand dogs, and I think his is pointed out more because he has such a um, one-on-one position. But people don't realize that a lot of people gamble throughout the game. Even I gamble. Anytime a quarterback gets outside the pocket, that means a defensive lineman gamble because it's all really a contained rush. The QB should never, you know, really escape the pocket. Anytime a running back gets loose, that means you took a gamble as a linebacker. But because his position is just so sought out and just so one-on-one, and, you know, if a ball goes his way and it's a deep pass, that means oh, it's Diggs' fault. But, you know, just as a football player, you have to learn and pick and choose your battles and what to gamble. And, I mean, the guy had 11 interceptions. We've never seen it. I've never even seen someone come close to that since I've been alive. I mean, we haven't all seen it, and it's a shame that it got degraded because of, they say, the yards that he gave up. But without a doubt, I thought he was the best defensive player in the league last year. Um, I mean, we've seen 20 sacks before, but in this era, we've never seen no one even reach over 10 plus interceptions. So it's disrespectful to people, to me, because I think, you know, he deserves all the credit in the world, and he deserves to be named the top 5 corner, if not the best corner in the league. But, you know, when you gamble like that, I think you know there's always a chance that you give up a play. But when you make a play, everyone cheers and things like that. And that's just a game of life, just like when you double down in blackjack. When you got an ace on a 10 or, you know, a 10 on 11, you're like, yes, like that's what I'm talking about. When it flips over a 2, you're like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's the risk and reward that we willing to give up in the game we play. So I I want Diggs to keep doubling down, keep being him, because that's what makes the player he is, his confidence, his will to go after the ball. That's what makes him Diggs, not because he don't give up no yards. I mean, I've seen a lot of corners not give up yards, but their team not winning games. This game in the league is about how many times you can get the ball back and turnovers. You get the ball back with turnovers. So I'll take that any day of the week.
Speaking of a pair of aces, Do you feel like you and him are the best defensive duo in the NFL? I feel like you guys would be really fun to play with on Madden. Speaking of Madden too.
You know what? I would, you know, there's been it's hard to say we're the best because as I know we're young and we still make mistakes.
Yeah.
And it's hard to put us over Aaron Donald, the greatest defensive player in history, mixed in with Jalen Ramsey. You know, it's really hard to do that. So I won't do it yet, but I think we can become them or even better if we just learn together and we can stick this together through the long way.
Last few questions we have for you, and again, I appreciate your time. I know, so the Eagles, have to ask you about the Eagles. I know the Eagles made a lot of offseason moves. They traded for A.J. Brown, and I know he recently tried calling you out, and he said, tell Micah he can get ready for this. And so I'm curious what your reaction was to those comments.
You know, I just laugh, you know. I'm not very big trash talker or anything like that, you know. It's just something to laugh at. I think, you know, that's the sport we play. It's a bunch of trash talking and it's a physical sport, so why not, you know? Honestly, Franklin, I don't care who the Eagles trade for, who they don't trade for. I don't care anything about their organization. I can just control what we do in the Dallas Cowboys room and who we want to get on this team to help us win games and get to a Super Bowl. They could trade for whoever they want, but at the end of the day, you got to line up and play. You know, you got the best quarterback in the era, but you still got to line up and play, and he still has to play at a high level, and that's what this game's about. So they can get whoever they want, and the Dallas Cowboys, we'll be lining up against them twice a year, and we'll be ready to play.
I was gonna say, you don't seem like a big trash talker. Are you quiet on the field too?
Yeah, I'm very quiet. You know, it's funny. A couple people said, "Damn, you just be beating people in silence." I was like, "Yeah, you know, because you know, trash talking actually like provokes people to play better and like get hype. So I don't want no one to get hype. I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I want to really kill this dude. I want to be a silent killer, just like kill you with the utmost respect possible."
There you go. I like that. That's some actual like 40 chest right there that you've got going on. An NFC East team has not repeated as division champs in like over 15 years. So do you feel like it could be different this year? I know you guys have a lot of confidence in yourself.
Yeah, it definitely could be different. A lot of people didn't think we could do what we did last year. A lot of people ain't going to believe in us this year. But it don't matter what people think. It's just a matter about that final 52 that we have in that team and our unit. That's all that matters. If we believe in each other and we keep getting better, I don't care what people believe. We're going to make them believers. You know, and that's the type of stuff I believe in. I don't believe in the outside noise, the Stephen A's or the journalists of the world, or Dallas Cowboys. That's who we need to focus on. And that, because we're the only people that's going to get us to where we want to go. No one else, though. That's all that really matters.
Hey, sports fans, if you want to watch more sports seriously, be sure to check out these clips right here. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel to see all the great content from us here at USA Today Sports.